said it. I was like, I cannot convince you to do this. I mean, right, because it was like the 5 stages of grief, right? Like you were grieving losing your job, which was taken away without any warning. Like, so where are you now? Like, are you truly, like, having nothing to do with being here today, like, are you totally over this?
No, I don't think I ever will be. There's still moments that you miss, you know. BravoCon will be hard not going this year because I loved it.
You think we're definitely having it this year?
I don't. Who knows? I can't even plan tomorrow.
I know.
But like, am I glad I'm not on that cast? Yeah. Do I want to be in front of the camera again? Yes. I love it. I do love it. If that makes me thirsty, so be it. You know, anyone that goes in reality TV is thirsty. No wildflowers are in this business. I love it. I really do. I really love it. I find it so fun.
You do.
I do. And I like connecting to people. I like sharing stories. So, will I always miss it a little bit? Of course. And it's such a beauty. Like, being a housewife it's
not a bad
cool.
gig.
It's
so not a bad gig. Like, you're in a club of...
I mean,
right?
Look at the women. Like, Sonia Morgan.
Yeah.
I get to be included in a group with someone like that. Like, Tamra Judge. These are icons. So
they are icons.
Yeah.
I was just saying today, I was talking about Tamra. I was like, Tamra's like, I mean, when you rank these people 1 through 39, Tamra is up there. She is up there.
E! News just did that. Did you see it?
I know Carlos King did his top 10. They did the whole thing, like 1 through 130.
It was like 160?
Where were you, Braunwyn? Do you know?
I was in the 50s.
Okay, that ain't bad.
Yeah. I was like, at one point, I'm like, did they forget my name? Because I was getting up there with like the queens. I was like, oh, cool.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. News did it.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm going to have to go see this.
So,
okay.
It's an interesting one. And there was actually some housewives I forgot about. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, like remember that season 1, Lisa Wu on Atlanta and
yeah, no, I remember her.
Deshaun Snow.
Yeah.
Okay. What about, so why?
Can I take a quick break real
Yeah.
fast? I'll be right back.
You can come back.
I've had 7 kids. I have to use the bathroom.
Go ahead. I mean, one line. That's all fine. I was going to ask them. Listen, I'll check this.
Sorry.
Take your moment.
Okay, thank you.
I am not upset. I mean, like, we did go a minute, so it's fine.
We what?
I said we did go a minute, so it's fine.
That coffee's hitting me. Okay.
Okay, I'll do this after. What was I saying?
I'm gonna go grab
about this cast. That's what. Okay, let me. Now
I'm sorry. Where were we?
No.
About...
I know what we were saying. So, okay, so, like, look, so, you know, you lost your job, which I guess I keep saying, but what about this cast? I mean, they kept Emily, they kept Gina.
I think they're safe. You know, they're not polarizing. You had Kelly Dodd and me, and it was like, ooh, that's too much. So they just kept the safe things, you know, that moms in middle America would like. It was an interesting casting this year. It didn't make sense to me. At all. Especially knowing that, like, Meghan King was up, that Tamra could have come back. They could have had an amazing cast.
They could have had an amazing cast.
And the weird thing is, too, is why do you cast... You know, the show works better when people are friends. We, as viewers, all know that. When you have genuine friendships, it's better. There's no genuine friendships on the show this year. None. Zero.
Except for Emily and Gina.
Are they really? No. They start posting right before casting to pretend they're not really. Like, no, they're not. They just know that they're better together. So I think that's what's missing. There's no heart or soul in the show anymore. It's gone.
Well, ratings also suggest that as well. I mean, they weren't great.
No, they were horrible.
Yeah. There's a lot of talk, Emily and Gina. I mean, will they ever be the new Vicki and Tamra?
Oh, God, no. You know, and like, Tamra's not always, or Vicki's not always nice to me, and I can handle it because whatever. But she's an amazing housewife. Let's all take a moment to remember when she got that phone call about her mother. I mean, that was real. That was honest. You know, watching her and Tamra in Cabo, that was good. That was good TV. We don't have that heart and soul anymore. Like, Brianna, when she bought her that car, and then she goes, "You have to pay for it."
Listen, Vicki had me at the family van.
Like,
I was like, "Who is this woman?"
It was good
It was
television.
good.
They weren't trying to break each other down. They weren't trying to destroy each other's lives. Even if they got into fights, they made up. There was real women, real friendships, and I think that's what America wants right now. Like, you know, Emily's MO is she just goes on for dirt on people. She's a truly miserable human being. She's just not a happy human.
Really?
No. And you know, they don't have a lot going on in their real lives. They don't do much.
The audience has started turning on Gina too.
Well, you know, I will say Gina gets a really good edit from the years that I was on there. She actually is quite mean, and she got a very good edit. I think Kelly Dodd called her out on that too. Like, entire scenes would be cut out.
Wow.
So you have to remember when you're watching this that you're going to see what they want you to see, and that you know, some of us are good people that do bad things. I think that's what I fall into. I'm a good person that does bad things. Some people are bad people that do good things, and that's where I'm going to put Emily and Gina. They're just not good people.
Really?
You know, like Vicki, like I said, Vicki doesn't like me, but she's a good person. She's done a couple bad things. Same with Tamra. You know,
I think Vicki's at heart like a good, honest.
Yeah.
Like when Tamra was on my show, Tamra said something and I never understood it, and then I did. She's like, you know, Vicki didn't even know she was on a reality show for like 14 seasons. She's right. Like,
yeah.
Vicki just is Vicki. She really is.
And I think we're losing that. You know, it's very produced. There's certain cast members this year that are producing themselves. I think a lot more now.
Like who?
Like, you know, Heather's was very produced. You know, she doesn't let you into what she doesn't want you to see.
Do you know Heather in the real world?
We've met a few times at Orange Theory, and our kids were at the same Taekwondo studio, but no. I will say, but you know, she's an actress, and that works too. Like Beverly Hills is similar. I love Beverly Hills.
It's gonna be a good season.
Yeah. So, but I think there's some people go on the show to sell a product. Some people go to get out of an unhappy marriage because it gives you financial security. You know, there's a lot of reasons to go in the show now that aren't, I want to share my life.
What about, like, does any part of you take pleasure or just smile a little bit in the fact that, you know, they let you go to make room for somebody to bring back Heather, to hire Jennifer Armstrong, to hire Noella, and here we are. We have bad ratings. Like, does any part of you say, good?
Yeah, the petty part. I wish I could say I was that far on my journey that it didn't help numb the sting. It does. If it was doing well and it was getting over 1 million, it'd be like, oh, that sucks. But yeah, of course. It's like when your ex, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would be.
I work every day to be the best person I can, but there is still a part of me that can be a petty bitch at times. Yeah.
Well, I think also, like, no, I mean, that's honest. I mean,
I can't be anything but honest. I wish I could be.
I would be thrilled. Are you kidding me?
Like I said, I'm a good person that can still do bad things. But yeah, it does help numb the sting. Yeah, for sure.
I would be. I mean, well, you know, it's like Andy even leading into this season. There was a lot of buildup. Look, we waited. This wasn't
it was
just
supposed to be a